Hello, hello. How are you? Intense times, lots of energies coming in, and I don't know how to even describe it right now, but lots of internal um, opening, and maybe the word turmoil comes up, getting pulled by old beliefs and old programming and stuff that I'm watching on the internet and in Facebook and other things. I'm finding that I have to go and I have to use discernment in what I watch, because some of the people that I have been watching are, how to describe it? It's not a conscious choice a lot of times, but they're being pulled by their trauma or their programming or their ego into mixing truth and deception a little bit, and they're not even fully aware of what's going on. But I'm finding it less and less the information is coming from the outside, more and more it's coming from the inside. I don't know what's going on. I got a little breakup in the internet or whatever. Maybe something's going on. But there's two places that I can receive the information. One is the outside, where then I have to discern it, or one is the inside, where it's coming from me and through me without any filtering or distortion. And that's where I'm talking about silence today. So my friend Cher, not Gardner, I put posts, if you go down in my timeline a little bit, you'll see I share some of her stuff. But she made a post recently about silence and connecting to the universal Wi-Fi or whatever. She said if you can go into a state of silence. I listened to or read that post, and then we talked a little bit, and I'm starting to explore my silence. I'm a pretty quiet person as it is, living alone and in my own apartment or whatever, but just never really respected how much just being was, and silence is a state of being. It's kind of like sitting here in my couch and just closing my eyes and breathing and not entertaining any thoughts. It's something that a lot of people can't do because they're kind of victims of their own mind and the monkey mind or whatever we call it, where that mind is filled with beliefs and thoughts and stuff that people have told you and all that kind of stuff. We go and sit and I don't know what we want to call it when we visit with people. It's kind of like gossip or whatever that's going on, but we're just exchanging sometimes codependency. It's like, oh, did you see the news? Look at that, and they're sharing their fear or their discernment or whatever, and we just end up in these really weird, clunky places with other people. I don't know how else to even describe it, but less and less that appeals to me, and more it's like a sharing of the heart, sharing of belief, sharing of awareness, etc. And by sharing our beliefs with people, we can sometimes get a reflection to show that that belief is been distorted or is from false truth or is from fear or other things or old programs. And that's why connecting with other people is important, but also the silence in between is kind of like, what's my truth? What's my story? If and I believe I am part of God, and that if you are part of God as well, you have access to infinite intelligence. You see it happening. My channeling and the statements that I give on my posts sometimes is not always me. It just comes through me. It's a higher awareness, a higher power that's kind of working through me, because I'm connected at all levels to all these parts of the bigger me, which you can call as source. I don't know what's going on. My wireless connection keeps saying it's low or whatever, but should be fine. I've got full bars here, so Facebook messing with things again. So go sit in your silence and then clear your thoughts out, and then just go sit in your heart and just start to explore what shows up, what things show up, and don't attach to any of them or whatever. I find it not always easy. I've been really comfortable with sitting in silence and in my what I call my 0 point space, but there's so many distractions. It's like, oh, what about this? Oh, I should call this. I should do that. I should do this. I should do that, or whatever. Just sit with those things and just figure out, okay, are those things, can they wait, or are they urgent and now I have to deal with them? Um, Sitting in that silence place starts to get you back to self-love. Okay, what's serving me in this exact moment right now? What do I need to hear? What do I need to know? What fear is breaking down? All these kind of things, stuff shows up that I have to lean into, and it may feel uncomfortable, but I don't want to give it any power, or I can in that moment recognize it and say, okay, I take my power back from this thing. Is this fear-based, or is this societal based, or some programming that I've been taught since I was young or whatever? We don't know what all those things are until we go in and we start to poke at it a little bit and start to say, okay, there's something off here. And in that silence, like I said, you don't want to get too much into deconstructing or a story or whatever, but just sit in that silence and just let it dissolve away, and send it up to the higher parts of yourself to be cleared, and just sit and be present in yourself and be present in your body. Embodiment is a really big word right now. Most of us live outside of our body, and we don't even know that we're outside of our body, or we're maybe in our body, but we're about a foot above our body. So none of our chakras even line up or whatever, because we're living in trauma, or we're living in fight or flight, or we're living in survival. These are the things that we're transcending now. And you, I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. My apologies. I'm sitting still and everything, but we're transcending all of this from survival and fight and flight, and living scared in our nervous system and in our body, and we're starting to step into our body, and we're starting to step into self-love. We're setting boundaries. We're recognizing what's us and what's outside us, and this is the silence. You can go in and you can start to feel your body, and oh, where's their pain, where's their discomfort. Not that you want to drill into all of them, you just want to recognize what's going on in your body and what it feels like to be in your body. And if you got stress or other things or whatever, just try and release it and let it go, and just keep sitting in silence, pulling back to silence. It's like that monkey mind. It's going to try and pull you out so that you don't live in yourself and be in yourself, or feel afraid or whatever, when we're trying to retrain ourselves to just be 100% and comfortable and confident in our body, and that this is us loving ourselves, and that nothing outside us can affect us. We're in a reality of our own. We're creating our own reality. So what parts of reality are you having to feed? What are you trying to chase, or what are you trying to resolve, or whatever, by your actions? Or are you trying to fix? Are you trying to heal? Are you trying to create discernments, or whatever? And you're just putting up these, how do I call it, like barriers, or here's the cause, or here's the excuse, or here's the problem, or whatever. And it's all perfect. It's all happening for exactly its reasons. And we just got to look underneath it sometimes and feel underneath it. Why is this happening? And maybe that communication we're not getting right now, where we can get it in our silence, but we're not getting it because it's blocking, or it's like that ego, or that part of us that's scared, is trying to distract and say, hey, I don't want to lose control, and I'm trying to protect you here, or whatever, when really it doesn't know any better. It's lost in the dream. It's lost in the matrix, or whatever you want to call it. So start moving through it. Start listening to yourself. Start listening to the higher power, the more reason, the higher reason, or whatever. Our ego just kind of samples into things and says, okay, this isn't right, and this isn't good, and this isn't safe, and this isn't whatever. And it'll just keep trying to, the word that comes up is molest us. Because it's basically fucking us up, and we don't even know why it's fucking ourselves up until we sit in silence and we can see the reasons and see underneath, and not to be pulled and dragged and all this kind of stuff. Just sitting in presence. This is me being in my body, and in my body it's going to resolve itself, and everything's going to work out, and there's a divine plan, and just sitting in that silence and starting to realize that giving our power away to all those things or all those problems or all those fears or all those discomforts or whatever is not serving anyone. And it's time to shift and change and be new and different and step out of it. So just play with that. Look in silence. You can look at that post from Cher further down. I don't know what's blocking with my Wi-Fi and internet right now, but I apologize. I guess that doesn't want this message to come out. So hopefully this all comes through, and I love you all. And go take a look at that post from Cher about the silence and the universal Wi-Fi and all this kind of stuff, and you'll be clarified in a bunch of different things. So thank you for listening and just suggesting some new possibilities here. Have a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye.